Here are some knowledge-based questions on variation, slope, and first difference. For knowledge base, I have numbered them with K, application with A, communication with C, and thinking problems with T, right? Now the very first question is, calculate the slope of each line segment AB, these are the different names, ABST, PQ, and MN shown in this figure. Well, it's just this figure, right? Now go ahead, answer the question, and then look into my solution. I'm not really calculating all the values here, but I'll try to teach you how to do it, okay? Now, what is slope? Slope is rise over run, right? And normally we write slope with letter M. So we'll use M, let M be the slope of any line, and it is rise over run. Now, how do you find the rise? Now, normally, let's take any particular graph. So let me take one of them. And let me use the big one, the PQ one, right? So what I can do is, I can actually join these points and show you what slope means. So if I do that, rise is from P to this point, right? Let's name this point as R just for understanding sake, right? Then rise will be difference of y values. Y value here is 3 and y value here is -2. So difference in those two values of y gives you rise. And this gives you run, the horizontal distance between them. That means x value of 4 take away x value of -1. So that gives you run, and their ratio gives you slope. So slope is this inclined line slope. So we in general write slope with letter M, and it is rise over run. And algebraically, when you have to calculate, as you have seen just now, it is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x and y are the coordinate positions of the 2 points. So you can consider any point as the first point and the other point as the second point. It doesn't really matter. But what is important here is that the order should remain same. If you write this term first, then that should also, corresponding term should come first. That is most important, right? Now, easiest way to do it is, when you are given this, first find the coordinates of your point. So for example here, what is Q? So we can read the coordinates from the graph. 4 is x value and 3 is y value. So I can write Q as 4, 3, right? So first you always write x value and then you write y value. And for P, what are the coordinates? X value is -1 and the y value is -2. Correct? So we get P and Q. So I'll do P and Q, slope of P and Q for you. So I write M of PQ. So that means from P to Q, what is the slope of my line segment? So y2 minus y1, so let's consider this to be 0.1 and that to be 0.2. Order really doesn't matter here, right? You can choose any one of your point as first point. Now if this is 1, this is 2, then this one we will say is x1. So this will be this is 1, this is 2, so this will be x2 and this will be y2, okay? And here this will be x1 and that will be y1. Correct? So y2 minus y1 will mean 3 minus, this is -2, I'll write it in brackets. x2 is 4 minus x1 is -1, so I'll write in brackets so that there is no confusion, right? Just writing minus is very confusing. Now integers, you remember, minus times minus is plus, so we get 3 plus 2 divided by 4 plus 1, which is 5 over 5, which reduces to 1. So the slope is 1 for your line PQ, right? Positive 1. Whenever you see a line, you have to see it from left to right. If it rises, the slope is positive. If it falls, the slope is negative. Therefore, the slope of line AB will be negative. Now those things you can do yourself. Point A is 0 is x coordinate, y is 3. So write down the coordinates first. For B, it is 4 for x and 0 for y, 4, 0. You can take A as point 1, B as point 2, right? In that case, the slope will be y values 0 minus 3 divided by the difference of x values, 4 minus 0. And then you'll get some value. Ensure that it is right. And how can you do that? By also checking with your graph. One, it should be negative. Second, you can somehow count, right? What is the rise? Rise is, let me show you rise and run here from the graph. So we say rise is going down. 1, 2, 3 down. You see? So I'll do slope of AB using my graph method. So 1, 2, 3. Since I went down by 3, I'm writing minus 3. And run is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's positive since I'm going right. So my slope of line AB is minus 3 over 4. Do you see that? So on a graph you can find slope by counting the squares, right? Ensure the scale is maintained. Here, fortunately for us, scale is 1 unit, right? So it was 1, 2, 3, right? Going down means minus, and going to the right means positive. So we get minus 3 over 4. So this is another method of finding slope from the graph, correct? That's a very effective way of doing it. Graph gives you visual look, and so it is easier, right? Now let's look into the other two lines. Slope of ST. Slope of ST. What do you think is slope of ST? How much is the rise? Rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you say rise is 5. And how much is the run? Well, it doesn't move. So run is 0. Do you see? Rise over run is 5 over 0. Can you divide by 0? No, it will never get divided. This is undefined. So we write this as undefined. Okay, this is not valid. So a vertical line will have undefined slope, right? We say vertical line has undefined slope. Do you understand? That is most important. And second thing, always remember how to write equation of such a line. This particular thing is a segment. So we'll get to line and then we'll talk about equation later. But anyway, now you know it's a vertical segment ST, and therefore the slope is undefined, correct? Now let's get to the next MN. How about slope of MN? Now let's do slope of MN. M is for slope. We have reserved this number, letter M, for slope, and capital M, capital N is for from M to N, we are saying. It doesn't really matter, slope from N to M and M, both are same, correct? Now, how much is the rise? You don't really rise, you just go flat. So rise is 0 for you, and the run is 1, 2, 3 units. Run is 3, and 0 divided by anything is 0, right? So we say that the horizontal line, so this is a horizontal line, correct? Let me push the page a bit forward for you. Okay, so this is horizontal line, right? So what is the slope of horizontal line? Slope is 0 for horizontal line, right? So remember, what we learned here is two different techniques of finding slope. One, algebraic technique, where we say slope is rise over run, which is difference of y values divided by difference of x values in a particular order. Second, we learned is graphically you can see what is the rise and divide by the run, right? For example, if you are going from P to Q, what is the rise? From P to Q, you go like this. Let's go and check our answer, right? We were saying 5 over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That is the rise. And what is the run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? 5 over 5. So we get 1. So we can do graphically also. Correct? Third most important is to look for the sign. Sometimes in our calculation we may do a mistake. It's always good to review. So when you see a line, you have to always see a line from left to right, okay? So as you see, well, this is a straight line. If it is a straight line, the slope is undefined. So slope for this is undefined. If you hit this line, this is horizontal, flat. The slope is 0, right? A horizontal line. And this slope is going down, so this is negative. Do you see that? And this is going up, so this has to be positive. This is another way of looking into the slope and the lines. I hope you got good understanding of slope, and then we'll move on to the next question. Thank you.